Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Red Devil Stand with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news. Well, as usual, we have a massive show ahead of us. We will talk about lots of things to get into today, lots of things to talk about regarding, the Marc Cucurella situation. And as you can see in our title, that there is an update regarding Jadon Sancho as well, and also Maguire, Varane, Amrabat, Gravenberg, and also Johnny Evans and Altai Binded and all that stuff. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff to get into today. So without any further ado, let's get started. But before we do that, please do make sure to smash that like button, and if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. So anyway, let's start the subject, in a bit positive notion. Let's start our session in a bit positive notion with obviously a big up to Amad Diallo for being the Championship Fans Player of the Year, and also a big up for Rashford as well for winning that PFA's Premier League Fans Player of the Year. So yeah, those are really great achievements from our youngsters, I must say that. So yeah, I am happy for them. And it's a bit of positivity with all the negativity that is surrounding our club right now. These are something we can be happy about. So anyway, moving on to our news bits, I can already see that Pooja have joined us. Thank you so much, Pooja. Thank you so much for joining the chat, and thank you as well for your lovely comment. So yeah, the first and foremost thing we will talk about today is the Marc Cucurella situation. It came from Fabrizio Romano. It has been going on for the past couple of days. Rohit have also joined us. Thank you so much, Rohit, for joining the chat, man. So what Fabrizio Romano have latestly have updated regarding Marc Cucurella is, understand, Manchester United have reached an agreement in principle with Cucurella on personal terms. Green light arrived on player side. Manchester United won't negotiate for any other left back now, as they want to get Cucurella deal done with Chelsea as soon as possible. See guys, we have already talked about the possibility of signing Marc Cucurella, Marcus Alonso, many other players were there. But we have put up a poll even as well in our own community, and as I have seen that you guys, me myself as well, I do not prefer Marc Cucurella. But as I have said, beggars can't be choosers, and the situation right now with our club is so volatile. We do not have the pleasure of the time to select any of us. If Marc Cucurella is available to us, then he is willing to join. As Fabrizio Romano also said just a couple of hours ago, that Manchester United believe that Marc Cucurella is a perfect opportunity. He is a proven player and is excellent in his position. I will not say about that. Marc Cucurella has always been super professional even when he wasn't playing, but Manchester United is a big opportunity and already gave his green light. So it is absolutely clear. There is not an ounce of doubt that Marc Cucurella wants to join Manchester United. He wants to be a Manchester United player. And see, if you ask me, if he does, he was a bit better in when he used to play at Brighton Hove Albion, then rather than if I compare him to compare his performance when he was in Chelsea. He's still in Chelsea, not was. So yeah, I will say, if we can get a near about performance of what he have put in that Brighton shirt, maybe we can do a decent job. But I will get into some wage structure as well. The amount of money, the main thing for Manchester United as always, we are going to spend on Marc Cucurella, and that is quite astonishing. So please do let me know your opinion, guys. I can see that many of you guys have joined us. Rohit is saying, brother, thank you so much for joining. IRQ name, man. I am really, I would like to apologize. I would like to apologize to all of you guys for not getting online or even posting anything. I had a lot of family emergency actually. You guys already know regarding with my uncle, and he was sick again last night and the day before as well. I wasn't able to do any kind of show, brother, or even come online. I'm so sorry for that. I'm absolutely sorry for that. We are going through a bit of a crisis right now. So I'm really very sorry. I do hope that you guys will understand and will forgive your Red Devil bro, man. I'm absolutely sorry for not being available, brother. I hope that in case it happens again, I will definitely let you know in my community section as I've done earlier. So please, guys, please do find a bit of forgiveness in your heart for your Red Devil bro, man. That's all I can say, brother. Sorry once again. Songjukta has also joined us saying, hi RDB, thank you so much for joining. Songjukta is also saying there could be several incomings and outgoings at Old Trafford before the transfer window closes. Yeah, man, see, the thing is that, you know what, I will put up a poll. I know that you guys like that poll stuff, so I will do that. Let me put up a poll. It would be a simple poll. And the thing I'm going to ask you guys would be about the signings, about the amount of signings we will made until the end of our transfer window. Just a second, guys, bear with me for a moment. How many? I have put up the poll, brother. I have already put up the poll. So please do let me know your opinion, guys. Absolutely do let me know your opinion. Modiji is saying the board don't know what day it is, let alone make several transfer decisions in 4 days. Yeah, see, I will get into all that stuff. Believe me, I will get into all that stuff. Jennifer has also said this Manchester stock fake news Sancho is not going anywhere. Jennifer, I will get into all of those subjects and we will, dissect as we always do. And just bear with us. I do want to cover that Marc Cucurella subject first. So the first thing I was talking about Marc Cucurella and the news that are coming out right now that yeah, he is the one I guess Manchester United will end up with. We are not opting for Marcus Alonso or some other left back like Reguilon. I know that in our community we weren't in favor of Marc Cucurella, but what can you do, man? What can you do? The moment we are right now, the amount of days, the amount of hours left in our summer transfer window, we do not have the leisure to spend a bit more time so that we can find a replacement for Luke Shaw, what Eric Ten Hag wants. Maybe Eric Ten Hag wants Cucurella if he really thinks that he can do a job. As I was saying, if he does a job what he did on Brighton, yeah, it can be a decent job. Maybe he can improve under Eric Ten Hag. That can happen, as we have discussed, that we have seen in the past many players flourishing, under some specific managers. Maybe that will happen. I hope so. I'm just being optimistic over here because that is the one thing we can be right now. So the wage structure, the amount of money we will be paying for Marc Cucurella is the one thing, it's quite interesting. So his weekly wage, the money he gets from Chelsea is 175 grand a week. That's a huge amount of wage. And what Chelsea is asking for, that we have to cover 100% of Marc Cucurella's weekly salary. They will not be sharing the weekly wage. So yeah, Manchester United will end up spending 175k a week on a loan deal, which will potentially, what should it cost us? Around 10 million pounds, I guess, in a year it would cost us. And Chelsea also wants a loan fee, and Manchester United had offered a loan fee of 2 million pounds, which got rejected. And now, as the news are coming out, it seems that Chelsea wants 7 million pounds of a loan fee. So it would potentially cost us around 17 million pounds a year for a loan player. I mean, seriously, that just shows you where would those money come from? If we do not have money to go out and sign Amrabat, to go out and sign players like Marcos, Leonardo and all those players, or Todibo, then how are we going to find that 17 million pounds to pay off Chelsea for Marc Cucurella? And potentially we are spending 17 million on a loan deal. On a loan deal. We can't even get 1 million out of loaning Donny van de Beek or some other guys. Instead, we have to pay their wages. But when it comes to Manchester United loaning in a player, we can potentially end up spending 17 million pounds for a player. I am not trying to save Glazers money. It's okay they're spending 17 million pounds. But if we would have spent that amount of money properly, in a proper way or manner, we could have ended up, with some really, really great players. And I will dissect that with you guys today as well. Because the news that are coming out, it is quite disturbing. If I'm being honest with you guys, it is disturbing. See, I guess one of you guys just mentioned, Jennifer, I guess, mentioned about that Sancho talk. See, this came, I guess it came yesterday that Jadon Sancho is amongst a list of possible attackers Chelsea have discussed bringing in before the window shuts. And believe me, in the footballing journalism community right now, there are two subjects that are being talked about in every moment. I don't know how much truth will be in it. One is that Sancho talk that he may join Chelsea at the last moment of this transfer window, and the second one is Mohamed Salah going out of Liverpool and may join a Saudi Arabian club. Those are the two things that have created a swirl of wind inside the journal community of UK. See, I am not saying that I do not want Sancho or he's a bad player or something like that. Absolutely not. I do like Jadon Sancho. But we have, if we look through it properly, we do have a lot of winger options. And as it is quite clear that Eric Ten Hag would prefer Anthony on that right flank rather than playing Sancho. And we do have Amad Diallo and Pelistri on that position, right flank as well. And on that left flank, we have Rashford and Garnacho. So yeah, we could have sold Jadon Sancho and accumulate a fair amount of money, around 55 to 60 million pounds. And you know what? The amount of wage we do give him, he's what, 350 grand a week or 300 grand a week, around that figure. So it's a massive, massive amount of money. It's around 18 to 20 million pounds we pay Jadon Sancho every year. And that's a huge amount of money. We could have saved all those, but you know why I am not in favor of this deal as it stands right now? Because we have some few hours left in our summer transfer window. If it was in the month of June or in the July or maybe at the very latest at the early weeks of August, we could have done that deal. We could have made that deal happen. If we have paid Chelsea 55 million plus 5 million in add-on for Mason Mount, Sancho is better than Mason Mount. There is no doubt. There is no doubt about that. At least he has played for us in the in the last season, and he played quite well at times. So yeah, we could have gotten Jadon Sancho, but we could have sold Jadon Sancho on that period of time and used that money on some other portion of the field, such as a midfielder or a striker or a defender. You can see where I'm going with that. Because we have a lot of power on that winger situation. I can see Shayanton have asked that by Amrabat will come or not. I will get into that Amrabat subject as well, brother. So yeah, right now, as it stands right now, as of now, I do not see, even if we sell Jadon Sancho right now, yeah, we can get around 55 to 60 million pounds. But I do not see we spending that amount of money on some other players. Maybe that money will end up with the Glazers. So I do not want him to go as it stands right now. Plus, please do let me know your opinion, guys. The amount of time we have left right now in our summer transfer window, do you think it would be a good thing for Manchester United to get, to let go of Jadon Sancho right now, or we should hold on to him? Please do let me know your opinion, guys. So moving on to our next subject, our defensive area, I must say regarding Harry Maguire. I know that you guys don't like to talk about him, but there are news and we will have to talk about that. It's a small section, so it will not take up a huge amount of time. What Fabrizio Romano had to say regarding Harry Maguire was, in the last 48 hours, West Ham asked again for Harry Maguire in a potential loan deal, but the answer from Manchester United was no. To find a replacement in defense under the FPP conditions, who would be at United's level was considered too complicated. What United level? What United level? We lost United level for the past 10 years. We have got no levels whatsoever. We have got no levels whatsoever. Believe me, I really thought that this would be the transfer window, summer transfer window, where we can turn things around. But if you really dissect the situation we are in right now, the problems we had, at the end of our previous season, the problems we have now are even larger than that. Many of our problems should have been solved, but instead we have created some more problems. We haven't sold the players that needed to be sold. We haven't bought the players we absolutely needed, especially players like Amrabat, another striker, another centre back. We haven't got any of those players, and now the news are coming out that Rafael Varane would at least be out for 6 weeks. This is the latest. I thought it would be months, 4 or 5 months, when the news came out yesterday regarding Varane was 4 or 5 months, but as it stands right now, at the very least, Varane will miss out 6 weeks. And you know what? We may end up see Harry Maguire getting some pitch time, and that just shocks me. That stunned me. And you know what? I will say it. I know that we haven't got Kim Min Jae. Many of us thought, even the journalists even thought that by buying Kim Min Jae, we are going to replace Harry Maguire. That was not the case for Erik ten Hag. I do think so. At this time and moment, I do not think that Erik ten Hag was interested in Kim Min Jae to replace Harry Maguire. Absolutely not. He was looking for a transitional player for Rafael Varane. Yeah, even after joining, even if we managed to get Kim Min Jae, maybe we would have seen that Rafael Varane getting the start, but there would have been a player who could give a proper competition to Rafael Varane. We all knew that he is injury prone. He is a fantastic player. I love Rafael Varane, but the way he gets injured, believe me, we have seen Rafael Varane gets injured, Luke Shaw got injured, Malacia got injured, Martinez doesn't look sharp, Rashford doesn't look sharp, Casemiro doesn't look sharp. We got rid of David De Gea. So all of those players, those who have played 60 plus matches, we cannot expect them to play that amount of matches in this season as well. And for that very reason, we needed a signing like Kim Min Jae, because in Erik ten Hag's mind, he wasn't replacing Maguire. He was finding a replace for Rafael Varane. And now the situation as it stands right now, we will see Lindelof getting the chance. I have nothing against Lindelof, but what if Martinez gets injured as well? Then what? Then we will end up with our Lord Harry Maguire. And now also the news are coming out that Johnny Evans now looks certain to get a 1-year deal at Manchester United, and it came from Simon Stone, BBC. As I've said, on that very moment when I saw that Johnny Evans has got a short-term deal, as I've already explained, I knew it was a myth. He was going to get a contract, and we are not going to sell Harry Maguire as it stands right now. I really hoped, believe me guys, I really hope that we will see Harry Maguire leaving the club maybe at the very last day of summer transfer window. Maybe it can still happen. I don't know, but I do not see West Ham coming in and spending 30 million pounds on Harry Maguire as it stands right now. So yeah, man. Let me get into your comments. Imam is saying bullshit, that's a lie. I don't see us signing more than one player at this moment. Okay. Ishank is saying hi Ishank, thank you so much for joining. All of you guys, thank you all of you guys for joining the chat today. 3 more days, no sign of any players. Yeah, man, as we have just said, we were in our last session, we discussed what we had 3-4 days left on that period of time, and we haven't signed a single player. If you take 100% as the whole journey Manchester United should have made from the start of the transfer window till the end of the transfer window, if it's a whole of 100%, we haven't reached halfway through. We haven't covered 30, maybe we covered 30-40% of that journey, and we left that 60% part for our last few hours, and I do not see reaching us to our last point. We will not end this summer transfer window as Erik ten Hag may have planned or what we have discussed or expected. So yeah, our expectation will get thrown into the mud as usual, and again that FPP came out, financial fair play. So yeah, man, I did not see even an article came out yesterday from Telegraph, and what they are saying, Manchester United haven't raised as much money as they thought they would, and that FFP is the problem. I mean, is it our fault that you guys couldn't, accumulate the money you guys thought you would? Because see, every time we make a good decision, a comparably rather good decision, Here you see every other article talking about John Murder. But when is the time? When there is the time when you know when we are in the deep puddle of shit we are right now, there is no article out there talking about John Murder, which is 99% of the time we are on the muddle of shit. So yeah, 99% of the time John Murdoch doesn't get talked about, but the one time he makes a deal happen, oh, all praise to John Murdoch. I mean, where is he right now? Where is he? Believe me, in leagues like Dutch league, even German league, all those leagues. If you see them, their football football directors, all those officials, they actually talk about the transfers. They give press conferences. And what does Murdoch do? Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. If he comes to a press conference and he gets asked the questions, the fan wants to ask him what the journalists want to ask him, believe me, he will get bashed live. And that is the main reason, he never gives a proper interview to any press whatsoever. They put out articles. We have already seen how Richard Arnold handled the situation of Mason Greenwood. The information got already leaked out that they are planning to, make a return for Mason Greenwood, and they saw the backlash from the crowd. And just a couple of days later, they are saying, yeah, we have decided that we will part ways with Mason Greenwood, and that was the decision. No, that was not the decision. You just changed that decision after that information got leaked. And you saw the reaction of the crowd and you changed your decision. That's how shitty way you can be in the favor of Mason Greenwood coming back or not, but that does not change the fact the way our club handled the situation, that was absolute shit. And it is not the only part they have handled, in a shitty way. They have handled the transfer window, they have handled the sale process, every other aspect of the club has been handled like a amateur. They are amateur. Believe me, maybe you or I can do a better job than what Arnold or Murdoch does. Because at the end of the day, they are not Manchester United fans. They are not. Absolutely not. They do not want good for Manchester United. They only think about the Glazers. And this is we end up with players like Johnny Evans, players like Marc Cucurella on loan. I mean, seriously, man, the level of incompetence, it always boggles my mind. It's no surprise, but it still managed to boggle my mind. Believe me, guys. Let me check the poll for a bit. 16 votes and 62% of you guys think there will be no signing at all. Okay, guys. Okay, I can see where those negativity is coming from. I can't, deny that. Shaitani is saying we need another centre back since there are rumors that Varane could be out for more than 6 weeks. It's not a rumor anymore, Shaitani. It is not a rumor anymore. He will be out for 6 weeks at the very least. It may be more than that. And you know who will end up with? We will end up with Lindelof. I am okay with that player only. And then we will opt for Maguire or maybe Johnny Evans. Those are the choices Manchester United have got after spending a whole summer, trying to find a substitute. We lost Kim-min-jae, we lost Axel Disasi, we lost Benjamin Pavard, and I do not see us signing Todibo. So yeah, all those 4 players Erik Ten Hag wanted. So all the journalists, all the fans out there bashing Erik Ten Hag, before you do that, please do remember that Erik Ten Hag haven't gotten the players he wanted in every position. In every position. Yeah, you can criticize his signings, you can do that, you can get excited by the signings he has made, whatever it is, but the man wasn't backed up the way he should have been. He absolutely deserved that much backing, man, absolutely deserved that. Andra is saying that might not be my concern, but my concern is which game would they introduce that Rasmus Hojlund to his debut. See, I don't know, Andra. Even just a moment ago when I started our live session, I was scrolling through some articles, and an article came out from Samuel Larkhurst from Manchester Evening News, and what he have been saying, we already know that Erik Ten Hag in his last press conference he said that Rasmus Hojlund have already joined the first team for his training sessions. But as it stands right now, as Samuel Larkhurst is saying regarding Rasmus Hojlund, that he haven't seen Rasmus Hojlund training with our first team squad in the past few days. So yeah, we may see, that Rasmus Højlund getting his debut on that Arsenal match, or we may not. So yeah, nobody knows what is going on with Højlund. As I was saying, guys, the signings we have done, you can get excited. I was excited, but that was not enough. That was simply not enough. Is Rasmus Højlund a bad signing? Absolutely not. But it wasn't enough. We needed another striker. Is Mount a bad signing? No. But we needed another midfielder who is a bit, defensive-minded players like Amrabat. Or maybe Højbjerg, as we have linked with that. That is a bullshit. I do not think that will happen. We will talk about that for a moment. So yeah, we needed Kim Min-jae, we wanted Axel Disasi, we wanted Benjamin Pavard, we wanted Todibo, Tetsoba. None of those players joined us. And it is what it is, brother. It is what it is. What can you do? What can we do? As I've just said, why? Why is no one talking about John Murdoch right now? Because it became madness to sadness in a very quick spin of time, actually. From John Murdoch madness to Murdoch sadness. Just like that. Just like that, man. So yeah, not the media will talk about that, but we can and we will. Absolutely, we will ask the questions about all those things. So anyway, moving on to our next subject, the most asked question from you guys, Amrabat, Sofian Amrabat. So what the Telegraph has been saying that Amrabat's representatives have grown frustrated at the lack of progress with Manchester United and are considering their options. Here we go. Here we go. And what Fabrizio Romano have to say regarding that subject is Sofian Amrabat is still waiting for Manchester United. Scott McTominay and Donny van de Beek's future are crucial to determine what United can do. So the stance of Fabrizio Romano, even after all that article that came out from Samuel Luckhurst from Manchester Evening News, that yeah, the hype from Italian press was really a bit much larger than it was actually. Manchester United was not interested in Amrabat that way, but believe me, that was a false news. You know why? Why would a player, why on earth Amrabat would reject offers from Liverpool, offers from Juventus, offers from Atletico Madrid, offers from Saudi Arabian clubs, if he wasn't assured from a very higher level of Manchester United that yeah, we are going to sign you? Maybe it will take until the last day of the summer transfer window, but we will get you. But as it stands right now, in a way or manner, see, we do not know the insider story, but I do think in a way or manner, Manchester United are trying, or at least were trying to step out of that Amrabat deal. And hence that news spread out that Manchester United not very interested. The way Italian media have said that. See, Fabrizio Romano is not Italian media. You can stand Italian media over Fabrizio Romano because all those guys altogether are not equal to Fabrizio Romano. He's a world-class football journalist. He's not, yeah, he may be from Italy, he may be Italian, but you cannot put the tag over Fabrizio Romano as an Italian journalist. It does not work that way when it comes to Romano. You can say that about Gianluca Di Marzio or maybe Alfredo Pedula, but it does not, it absolutely does not apply to Fabrizio Romano because he covers every football news from every other part of the world, even the Saudi Arabian leagues. The way he have gotten all the news, the way he have updated all the news, it was quite right. He was spot on 70, 80, 90% of the time. So you cannot put a stamp over Fabrizio Romano as an Italian reporter. It does not work that way. And what Romano have to say regarding this Amrabat deal, yeah, that we do need to sell players. He have already said that. Yeah, he said that selling Fred would have been enough, but then the narrative changed that yeah, we do need to sell another player. Maybe it's Van de Beek or Scott McTominay. As it stands right now, Van de Beek is way too hard to sell. And the one and foremost reason for that, no other club is interested in him. There is absolutely no club out there who are willing to buy Van de Beek. Yeah, there was Athletic Bilbao, but now they have, folded their hand as well. That deal cooled down in its own way on nature. I don't know what happened to that deal. Anyway, regarding, our midfield area, I will talk about Scott McTominay. It came from Telegraph. It said, sources close to Bayern Munich have played down suggestions that head coach Thomas Tuchel is keen in signing Scott McTominay, who can leave Manchester United if an appropriate fee is offered. United have quoted 45 million pounds to interested clubs for the squad, but will have to accept players. This came from James Ducker, I guess, from Telegraph. And he said we all knew that Manchester United had set a price tag for 40 to 45 million pounds for Scott McTominay. If there is any level of truth, any element of truth on that news, because see, I do think that Bayern is interested in Scott McTominay, but that does not mean that they will end up paying 45 million pounds for him. Because that is Bayern Munich, that is not Manchester United. They do not do their business in a stupid way what Manchester United does. So we cannot expect for a club like Bayern Munich to spend 45 million pounds on Scott McTominay. So yeah, I do think, and as the Telegraph was suggesting, we may end up, selling Scott McTominay, but we will not get that amount of money. Maybe we will get a payment of 30 million or maybe 35 million, including add-ons, but 40-45 is out of the question. And if we get that money, if we are able to sell Scott McTominay to Bayern Munich, we can be able to sign Sofian Amrabat. But you know what? Yeah, we can sign Sofian Amrabat. What is the problem? Sofian Amrabat was the replacement of Fred. So where is the replacement of Scott McTominay? None. Absolutely none. If we can get, Gravenberch on loan, yeah, that may happen. But as it stands right now, there is a very thin possibility of us getting Gravenberch, because Gravenberch is not the one, waited for us for the whole summer transfer window. He is open to join some other clubs as well. And as the news are coming out from the German outlets, some really good credible German outlets, that Thomas Tuchel is open now to let go of Ryan Gravenberch. So he can join Manchester United, or may as well join a club like Liverpool or on some other leagues as well. So if we can get Sofian Amrabat by selling Scott McTominay, that is a Fred replacement, but we haven't replaced, Scott McTominay. We will not be replacing Scott McTominay. As I have said, we have created more problems than we already had in this summer transfer window. And the level of incompetence it took that to happen, it's mind-boggling. It's absolutely mind-boggling, guys. Ridobrodo is saying, yes, after forced move for Cucurella, next move Amrabat, next move Gravenberch, next move Leonardo Marcus, Mehdi Taremi, final move Todibo, outgoing surely McTominay, Alvaro. I don't know, brother. If all those, I really don't know what we were not able to do in this whole transfer window. I do not think that we will manage that in the amount of hours we have played. Next match 48 hours we have got to make all those things happen. I do not see that happening, man. Indrani is saying none. I hope it will not be the case, because as the news are coming out, from regarding Altay Bayern, that Manchester United now consider Altay Bayern deal from Fenerbahce on track, working on final details, and then it will be confirmed. Official statement not expected today, as there is still some work to do, but £4 million deal underway. Player is in UK since Friday. So there will be at least one signing. We may not like that, but it's a signing. Shivan is saying doubt it. This is United. Only thing they are good at this dividends. Yeah, man. All they do, all the Glazers do, take out dividends and make themselves rich. Akash is saying none, bro. And what do I think about that? See, Akash, if you ask me, Altay Bayern will be the one signing we will absolutely make. I still do think that we will get signed Sofian Amrabat. So there is a 2 signing, and we are going to loan in Cucurella. So I guess 3 signings. Obviously 2 permanent and 1 loan deal. I do think so. So I guess we will end up with 3 signings in the last few days. The couple of hours we have left in this summer transfer window. And in that period of time, I do not see Gravenberch joining us on loan, or even we are able to buy Todibo. As we all know, Maguire is not going out, is not going anywhere until and unless, suddenly West Ham find some money and put in a bid of 30 million pounds, then it can happen, but I do not see that happening. If I'm being realistic with you guys, I do think that we will get Amrabat and we will get Altay Bayern. Those are the 2 players we will sign permanently, and we may get, we will get Cucurella on that loan deal. And those are the 3 incomings. I do think will happen in the coming days or in the coming hours. Ivan saying, yeah, man. Yeah, what will I say? Okay. She will create a riot, huh? If they doesn't sign Ahmedabad. So I saying, hello, bro, hello. Manchester United will not sign any player, Jonathan. See, the thing is that I see where your negativity is coming from. I get that. I absolutely get that, man. The level of frustration we had to face as a Manchester United fan, it is unfathomable. It is absolutely unfathomable. But the thing is that, man, what can we do? You know what can we do? The media asked us in the middle of the transfer window that we should praise Lord Murtagh. It is Murtagh madness. The way John Murtagh have handled this summer transfer window, we haven't seen that level of competence in the last decade. What they were saying. So where is that fucking competence? Where is it now? When we needed it so bad, and no media will talk about that. No, we can't. So yeah, believe me, the amount of time our negotiators, our officials spend on spreading rumors about themselves to make themselves look good, if they spend half of that time on some real deals, we could have already seen Kim Min-jae with us, we could have already seen Amrabat with us, we could have already seen another striker being signed, but no, they will not spend the time, their precious time on those deals. Instead, they will spend some time or even money to spread rumors that yeah, it is Murtagh madness. Our club is doing some fantastic deals and such. So praise the Lord, praise the Glazers for all the what should I say, the humanity, the level of humanity they have showed us, I guess. Wait, I still remember that Pooja have said that we will, end up not signing Amrabat Todibo or Pavard is out of the deal. We have already joined Inter Milan. I do not think that we will get Todibo as the Maguire deal have dropped off, but I do think we will get Amrabat. Daisy is saying one more striker, one midfielder, two defenders, as in 2 days' time. I do not think so, Daisy. I do hope that our club was that much competent, but as it stands right now, as I've said, I do see Amrabat joining us. I do see Altay Bindier as our backup goalkeeper, and I do see Cucurella. And regarding Altay Bindier, as we have talked earlier about this situation, I will talk about it will take a couple of minutes. A news came out yesterday from Telegraph's James Ducker, and what he is saying, Manchester United could lose Andre Onana for up to 5 weeks in January if the goalkeeper is recalled by the Cameroon national team. So obviously, see, he is Cameroon's best goalkeeper, Andre Onana. There is not a doubt about that. So yeah, if he gets recalled, I guess we will see Altay Bayindir getting that pitch time. And as the report suggested that he is a similar, he is the profile of player Altay Bindier is a lot similar to what Andre Onana is. He likes to play out from the backs and all that stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, we can see that yeah, we may lose Andre Onana for the in the month of January, and that just shows you, man. As I just said, we already lost Luke Shaw for how many days I don't know. We have already lost Tyrell Malacia as the backup, and now we are going to spend 17 million on a loan deal. Regarding that Marc Cucurella. Varane is already down. Martinez doesn't look sharp. Casemiro doesn't look sharp. Rashford doesn't look sharp to me either. Anthony is up for grab. You can debate about him all day long. So there are 7 players just right out of my mind, and we do not have a striker we can rely upon. So 8 players, 8 positions, potentially is up for question, is up for debate. After spending 2.5 months on a summer transfer window, which should have rejuvenized us and all that stuff, it was a legendary transfer window according to some UK journalists. So where is he? Where is he? After spending 2.5 months on a mesmerizing summer transfer window, after John Murtagh madness, why are we still in that critical position regarding 8 of our players? Please do let me know if I am wrong about all these things. Because to me, Martinez didn't look sharp. He can get injured anytime. That goes for the same for Casemiro, Rashford as well. So yeah. And we are, instead of De Gea, we are now with Andre Onana. And if all those players, believe me, with Andre Onana, our back four was the key. If we are going to play out of the back, we needed the defenders as well to comply with Andre Onana, to get coordinated with Andre Onana, which is not the case. Because believe me, the only reason we secured their top four position last year because of David De Gea, because of that back four, and because of Casemiro. And out of those six players, David De Gea is gone, Luke Shaw is injured, Varane is injured, Casemiro doesn't look sharp. So yeah, Martinez and Van Bissaka is the only one we have got left from that, from that impact back five. That just shows you that we haven't solved anything. Instead, we created some problems, in my opinion. Indra is saying, no man, believe me, man, it was not up to me, brother. Believe me, I missed the show as much you guys did. I missed you guys as well. But the level of intensity I was facing regarding that particular matter, man, it was a bit, I don't want to get into, my personal family matters, but it was quite depressing and it was time consuming as well. I may well miss some show in the coming days as well regarding that subject. As you guys already know, that my uncle is really, really sick and I don't know, and I don't know what will happen. I really don't know. Benjamin is saying, good job, bro. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much for your kind words. Yagyaseni is saying, okay, Yagyaseni, good to see that someone is being optimistic over here. Rohit is saying, hello, Benjamin. Welcome to our community. Absolutely welcome to our community, Benjamin. Where are you from? Yeah, please, Benjamin, do let us know. If you are still online, brother, please do let us know where are you from. Tulip is saying, hello, mate. Hello, Tulip. Thank you so much for joining. Pooja is saying 19 votes. Okay, let me check the poll right now. So yeah, it's been 19 votes and 63 of you guys think it would be none and 21% on one sign. Okay. I can see that. So anyway, guys, there has been some news. I will cover that. I know that it doesn't excite me. Believe me, it is absolutely bullshit in my opinion. Not the story, but I do not see that happening. That Pierre-Emile Højbjerg is an option for Manchester United in midfield, but Tottenham want an important fee for the player. The message from Tottenham is clear, important proposal on nothing. See, I would have been out of the moon if we really end up signing Højbjerg. I really like the player, but I do not see that happening. If you ask me, if I'm honest with you guys, I absolutely do not see that happening. Because where is the money? We do have that money, but I do not see that spending, anywhere soon. Nowhere soon. Again, if we had that money, we would have secured Amrabat already. We should have some money. We have at least sold 40-45 million worth of players, but still we are lacking money to sign a 21 million pound player. And I don't know how the hell we are going to spend 17 million on Marc Cucurella. 17 million on a loan deal. Let that sink in, brother. Let that sink in. This is what happens, when you try to save more money and you end up spending even much more than that. So anyway, moving on to our next subject, I just want to cover this news as he was our player. So regarding Dean Henderson, it came out that Crystal Palace are expected to unveil Dean Henderson as new signing today after medical completed. Manchester United to receive 15 million pounds plus 5 million in add-on. So yeah, we all know from that 15 million pounds, we will end up, spending 5 million on that all-time binded deal. And I don't know what we will do with the rest 10 million. Maybe the Glazers will take that, because if we have gotten that 10 million, if the club was able to, to secure that 10 million out of that Dean Henderson deal, I do think it would have been spent on that Sofian Amrabat deal. But as it stands, I don't know. Maybe the owners are taking out some money. The players we are selling, not all the money is coming into the club. I do not think so. Believe me, guys. Yeah, we will never know about those things until and unless it gets reported, in our next financial year meeting. But other than that, before then, we will not be able to know anything. Hey, man, Rohit, man. What the hell, man? Was it the reason? Anyway. All credit goes to Bhavish. It always goes, all the credit goes to Pooja. There is not a doubt about that. So yeah, guys, This is all the situation right now as it stands right now. Yeah, we have already gotten rid of Henderson. We are now linked with Mark Cucurella on a 17 million potential deal. And we are linked with Todibo as it stands right now, as the French outlet La Equipe is still pushing on that matter, that yeah, it does not matter whether Manchester United will be able to sell Maguire or not. They will still pursue that Todibo deal. But I absolutely do not see that happening. If that happens, I would be absolutely delighted. But I really do not see that happening, brother. So yeah, I know that you guys have voted on none. I do not think that none will be the case. But I do think we will end up signing 3 players. 2 will be permanent, and I do hope that we get Amrabat, man. That is absolutely crucial. We do need to sign Sofian Amrabat. If we really fail, to sign Sofian Amrabat, we fail as a club, as a whole. That player waited for us, waited and still waiting for us. I mean, seriously, the level of commitment he have already shown, even before joining us. A big up to him, man. A big up to him. Seriously. Kudos to Sofian Amrabat for being such a gentleman, and also Fiorentina, man. Also Fiorentina. We have already seen how many clubs behave nowadays. But the way Fiorentina have been patient with us, absolutely kudos to those guys as well. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this show. Please do make sure to subscribe, and please do make sure to smash that like button as well. And if you are new to the channel, we get live every day at 4 p.m. and 11 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So please guys, do tune into our live show and interact with us. It is a very friendly community, so you are always welcome. If you are a Manchester United fan, you will like to talk about that as well. Rohit have already said that Bhaiya, I love Sheikh Jassim. Yeah, man. I hope he will buy out the club really soon. I do hope so, but we will see about that, man. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. I will see you tonight at our 11 p.m. show. Until then, goodbye and take care. We'll see you tonight.